We're here on one of the bridges that crosses the Tlasiri River on Kapama, and the water is actually flowing quite nicely. But I don't know if you can see on the bridge on my left hand side, there's something sitting there. Let's have a quick look. And we know this guy is a water monitor because the tail is roughly 1.5 times the length of the body that they use to propel themselves through the water. And you get another one that's called a rock monitor that looks very, very similar, but the tail is the same length as the body. You also don't see them around the water that much. But with these guys, they like to spend a lot of time inside the water to catch tadpoles, fish. They also consume eggs as well. And even though these guys are not venomous, it's always important to stay away from the very, very powerful jaws, because they've actually got a lot of bacteria inside that can cause a secondary infection. But luckily we're not going to catch them, so we're good with that. Just want to show you the water quickly with the Tlasiri River that's flowing quite nicely. Absolutely beautiful with the rain that we've had in the last couple of days.
So folks, we're here with the Maria Pride. They've made a wildebeest kill, and they've actually dragged it into a thicket area. So you'll also hear a lot of vocalization from them, as they are also competing between each other, even though it's part of the same pride, but they will compete with each other for food as well.
I was just on my way to River Lodge quickly this morning, and I came across this hyena actually trying to bring down a little baby giraffe. I don't know if you guys can see it kind of safely in between mom's front legs there. Now what the hyena will be doing, he's trying to, you'll see every now and then he's going to jump up and he's going to try and scare them in a way. And what he's trying to do is he's actually trying to make them run. So having them run could potentially make it easier for him to quickly grab or catch up with a youngster. Maybe just a quick momentary lapse in defense from mom. So for mom, the best defense is by standing still like this. They've got a very, very powerful front kick and also backwards. And that might be what she's trying to do here. Having the baby in between the front legs, she'll use her front legs and kind of chop down at this hyena if he comes too close. And he can, or she can, really do a lot of damage if she does get hold of it. So this is probably the best bet for this female, is just to stand her ground and see what happens. Oh, look at that. Just as we explained it, chops down on that front foot. I mean, you can hear the sound that's involved of that, just the power. And that's the best defense, I believe, for this female. A little bit later on, they actually did end up walking away. The hyenas did lose a bit of attention, and yeah, the little baby did make it.
So it's just past midnight at the moment, and as we got around the corner, got this amazing surprise. A porcupine just wandering around. So I think let's have a closer look at a porcupine.
Porcupines is the largest rodent in Africa, and what makes this such a fantastic view is that he is so relaxed with our presence, not a care in the world. Porcupines are completely nocturnal animals, and they are so shy normally. They just run away, dash as soon as they've been spotted. This guy has absolutely no care in the world whatsoever. You guys can notice he's just currently smelling on the ground, looking for food. What he's doing is smelling for roots under the ground, and that's one of his food sources. But otherwise, just fantastic. He's so relaxed.
Alright folks, for today's question, name the largest rodent in Africa.